I wonder if I can turn this sketch into a real Paralives home. As an indecisive person, it's hard enough to make decisions when there's too many options. So, I have this great idea to challenge myself and make my life miserable. So, imagine a high middle class Southeast Asian family who commissioned this house. Using 100% of my left side brain, let me explain my initial plan. First, I started with the general form and feel of the house, something with a high-pitched roof that will catch the eyes, but some softer angles like a curved arch in front. The vertical slats in front are for privacy from the road and to diffuse the light. I also wanted to incorporate a courtyard so the light and air can passively come in. Firewalls at the left are essential since we're imagining that the house is pushed to the left side of the lot and there's future car park to the right. Here are the client's requirements. A Genkan-like foyer because they are clean people but like to keep outside shoes and sleepers inside. Or do you call it foyer or foyer? A small powder room to wash their hands, an office, study, or studio area so the kids can do their assignments as they come in, office meetings where the private areas of the house are separated, a hallway that showcases the pretty courtyard, a dining area, a galley kitchen, a standard bedroom, a guest room, and a shared toilet and bath. From the stairs going up, a family area with balcony where they can sun-dry the clothes, the laundry area, another balcony to sun-dry some clothes because they're technically Asian and they don't really use dryers. A hallway to the master bedroom with its own toilet and bath, and a walk-in closet. And where did I get these requirements, you ask? Well, I am the client. A tip when making your own plan, include the general size of your rooms. That will help you integrate your plan to the build mode. I started by laying down the exterior and interior walls of my building. I am not playing this in fast forward or in speed build, so you can build along with me. So, hey, I'm Clossy. This is my first build video, so I'm not sure exactly if you like slow or speed builds. Just let me know in the comments. This video will only tackle the exterior build and I'll make a separate video for the interior rooms. While undertaking this project, I have encountered bugs around the walls that doesn't align with the grids when you use the Alt key. It's kind of frustrating, but as they say, the journey is not about the destination. It's about the bugs we love along the way. Or something like that. In this part of the balcony, I actually used the Alt key so that the other balcony would protrude more compared to this. Done with the walls, let's add the stairs. I'm contemplating if I should keep it open under. I kept it solid for now. Here, I'm choosing a main door with side lights so you could easily see who's outside. Then, I'm using the wall separator placement to change the floor height of the main house from the foyer. Right here, I'm making sure that there's actually a difference between the floor levels of the foyer and the entire house. Right here, I'm choosing a door with an arch to act as an accent door for the house and to soften the edges, and I will be placing them as the doors for the washrooms. While plotting the walls, I have completely forgotten that this one has the wrong dimension, so I adjusted the walls again. And throughout the whole build, I would have these kinds of problems, so please stick with me till the very end. I promise it's gonna be so good. For the bedrooms, I chose a more rectangular door so that the doors for the bedrooms and the washrooms would be very distinct and very different, and you can easily spot them. So around the galley kitchen, I wanted it to be open, so I chose this cute arch or arch. Yeah, so it's open to the dining area. Now I'm currently choosing a window for the facade, but it doesn't really matter that much because I will be putting vertical louvers around that area. What actually matters is are the windows around the courtyard because we wanted to put a lot of light in. So I decided to put two doors, but in reality I wanted it to be a full door that you can just slide to the side. On this part, I'm always trying to make sure that there's actually a difference between the step from the foyer and the step from the main house because apparently it's kind of bugged. And I have to now raise the doors because I have adjusted the steps. And because we don't have much light at the left side of our building, I am trying my very best to include lots of sunlight from the right side. So that's why there are windows everywhere on the right side of this house. This is another bug that I've encountered. Like, I cannot place the window beside the door on this part, but on the other side, I was able to do it. But I guess the game kinda corrects itself eventually. So, I'm also including a door at the kitchen going to the back of my house. So, there's an access there that I can easily access. Yeah. So my way of building is actually painting it in a neutral color. So this is the very base state that I wanted its colors to be, and this is how I build. In here, I'm adding more windows to the bedrooms that I have placed at the ground floor. And now on the second floor. I totally forgot to add partitions, so we are now adding them. I'm also trying to adjust the outer walls of the second floor and now layouting all of the windows and the doors for the second floor. On this door, I actually changed the colors of the door handles because I wanted it to look like it doesn't work, like it's a typical window. But I also like the shape of it. So I didn't use windows, instead I just used the doors. So it's now a non-functioning door if you understand. On this side, I'm also adding windows for the master bedroom. And maybe I forgot the windows for the toilet and bath, but it's okay. This one, I am putting the partition, the main partition wall. Like I've said, it's harder to build when you are not in the grid line. So it's better if for a beginner, you just use the grid lines and don't use the Alt key. But since there's a certain form that I wanted for this house, I am doing my very best to work with the Alt key, just like here. I'm like, okay, I can just use the grid line because there's still a protrusion that I wanted. Protrusion? What is protrusion? It is a fancy way in architecture to say that there's a bulge. Yeah, I think that's it. That's protrusion. It's basically just a bulge in the building. That's aesthetically pleasing, I think. Yeah. Yes, I have placed the master bedroom, toilet and bath walls and the walk-in closet walls, and we are now serious about this topic. Because architecture is a serious thing. Okay, stop laughing. On this wall adjacent to the walk-in closet, I am choosing a color that's the same color as the door so that it wouldn't be that obvious that it is a door going to the walk-in closet and going to the master bedroom. I'm also adding some windows on this side of the walk-in closet so we can allow light to pass through it. I am now adding the forgotten windows in the master toilet and bath, and also adding the door that access the walk-in closet and the master bedroom. In this part of the house, I was trying to initially make a way to remove all of the flooring on this side, but it was quite hard. So I just added a hallway on that area and then placed my balusters on the side so that they would not accidentally fall down. Now, I'm adding my favorite element in this build, the arch, and I'm calling it Nemesis just because it sounds like a nice baby name. I'm also failing to place a wall here to enclose my balcony and corrected it by placing a wall separator. In real life, you would want a lockable door for your facade, but since the game is still in early access, we are using the arch for the form and not the function. On this side of the wall, I am using a flat arch so we can place the TV and console in the center for future furnishing. In the master bedroom, we are continuously adjusting the walls or the wall from the toilet and bath and the main bedroom to our desired size. The windows are also being adjusted, but remember that none of these are permanent since we might still adjust them depending on the furnishings that we'll do in the future. Now, finally, we are doing the roof. We have no plan reference for this, so we are basing it from the initial perspective drawing that I did. In our initial design intent, the fascia of the roof above this balcony is aligned with the roof angle. But due to limitations, this is what the game can only provide. But that's alright because it kinda makes the home more home. Also, take note that the roof system for this build is not practical in real life. Games like this are not built for the function, and when implemented in your own home, you will have tons of water problems. Going back to the roof, we are making sure that the courtyard is open from the ground up. If this house was built in a real tropical country, you will see more overhang so the roof can effectively shade and lessen the heat from the sun and shield the house from strong typhoon winds and heavy rainfalls. If you want to see a tropical design, do let me know. On this side of the exterior wall, I am using a half wall to mimic what's in the perspective. I am also including the paintings so that it would be more neutral inside. And currently adding the colors of the roof. Initially, I just wanted to be in a light color, but it seems like the dark brown is also good. I don't know if there is any game that allows you to build vertical louvers, but I figured that I can use this curtain for that exact purpose. And obviously, I can't adjust the thickness, but this will do just fine. And just look at it. It looks so pretty, and we're going to adjust the color, same with the shelf that I used to make it more coherent in sight. Ta-da! Ta-da! It's so pretty. It's very pretty. After all those hard work, we are now adding windows in the office area. More windows, more light, more pretty. We are also removing the ceiling in the side and adding the window that I have accidentally deleted during my playthrough. And there's a bug again, so I have to correct this again. Come on. Okay, there you go. Is it good? Yeah, it's good now. On the second floor, we actually forgot the balcony for the master bedroom. So we are again adjusting everything as intended. Here we're placing handrails and we got more problems with the alt key, but I think it's already okay. And I think one problem that I have here is that I don't have the floor for that balcony, but I think we'll fix it later. And then we are slowly changing the floor finishes for different areas, like the public, semi-private, and private areas. So we can start decorating some portions of the house. We are also realigning the stairs so it would not look weird with the floors upstairs. On this part of the build, we are slowly adjusting the little details so that the whole house would look more coherent in sight. I am changing the color of Arch Nemesis so that it would be of the same color as the louvers in the front. In this portion, because we have no transparent roof available, we are adjusting the roof extension. I also hope that they would be adding some transparent roof options so that we can build more and better. I also adjusted the deck height for the courtyard. In this balcony, I wasn't too happy with its width, so I kept adjusting it. I initially intended tall plants here for privacy and another area to dry clothes, but the current width doesn't have much space. Now that I have adjusted it, you can see that there's space for the plants and there's also a little space for the hanging of clothes. I also included a side light here because it has the same color with the arch. And it also gives that feeling that someone actually lives here and they like a little whimsy in that place. And now we are in the gardening part. So I have the worst experience in this, in the sense that I have no experience in planning out the garden. So I'm just putting a lot of grass all around and trying my best not to put a patch of random grass wherever. And maybe someday I'll try to redesign it, but for now, let's just make it look a little cleaner so that it would not look harsh in the eyes. For a little more privacy at the bedroom downstairs, I added some small trees. But I think this portion is also kind of bugged because sometimes the tree would show up and then it would not show itself, and then I don't know what happened. And now one of the main reasons why I added a courtyard on this side is because I wanted to add this pretty old looking tree. And I saw this and I'm like, yep, it's perfect. I just adjusted it a little bit so that it would be angled in the way that I wanted it. And now I am also adjusting some colors for the front door so that it would be coherent with the whole design aesthetic. And I also saw this side light that wasn't at the center, and I adjusted it because it's such an eyesore. Also the other one. And here it is. I think it's very pretty. But what do you think? And what should I improve? Also, let me know in the comments what you wanted to see. I'm going to post the interior stuff that I did, but I'd like to know more of your thoughts in the comment. And please do like and subscribe because this is my first build and I wanted to share more with you. Thank you so much. Bye!